Hi, I'm LoLo Roberts. I'm a practicing gratitude girl that strives every day and every way to recognize and celebrate my blessings. God is the center of my life, and His love allows me to live life to the fullest. Every day is a day of growth and self-improvement. I am blessed to have you join me on this podcast. Love, peace, and gratitude.
So blessed to be here with LoLo again. It seems like it's been years since we recorded, so I'm very happy that you're in here right now.
Well, thanks. I'm glad to be back.
And we're going to talk about the power of compliments today.
Yes, we are. And you probably don't know, but I'm going to kind of put you on the spot.
Ooh, okay. I'm fine with that. You know what? I'm actually fine with you putting me on the spot because I trust you.
Oh, that's good. That makes me feel good. But I just want to do something with you that I do with my clients. The clients that I coach in gratitude, I find 5 compliments that I'm going to give them. And your only response can be thank you.
That's hard.
We're going to do it. And you can't make an excuse after. You can only say thank you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am, but I don't know if I can do this.
Well, sure you can. I mean, I tell people all the time. I even did a post on Facebook that, if someone gives you a compliment, just say thank you.
I read that.
Don't justify it. And I tell people all the time, stop, don't say anything, just do it. So, Mark, I am so impressed that you coach Special Olympics, and I think that shows what a big heart you have.
Thank you. Can I respond later?
Oh, just a moment.
Okay.
Let's get through this first.
Okay.
I also think that you are outstanding at helping others. You give of yourself without wanting anything in return, and I think that's a remarkable trait.
Thank you.
I also want to say that I feel that you have been instrumental in getting these podcasts out for me and helping me promote the podcast, and I could not have done that without you.
Thank you.
Can you handle 2 more? Should we stop at 3?
I want to hear what the other 2 are.
You're getting very uncomfortable.
I am.
Can tell. Your face is
Well, because
red.
I have answers for all of these.
Okay. All right. The other thing is I want to say I am absolutely honored to sit next to you on the Life Path Foundation board that is educational for mental health awareness and fundraising for mental health programs. And I think, again, when I asked you to interview for that, I thought you were the perfect person, and I am really honored that you're doing that.
Can I say, wow, thank you.
Okay. And the last one's going to be, I also want to thank you for getting me to come to Jaeger Suites and do my monthly gratitude meeting here and to continue my podcast. And you're just constantly building me up all the time. And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was very uncomfortable with that.
Why was that?
Well, okay, let me take them, at least the first one, and then we'll see where you take it.
Okay.
Because the first one about Special Olympics,
yes,
and I tell people this, that is something I deserve 0 credit for, because I get so much more out of those kids than they get out of me. And you can tell by my face right now. Mm-hmm. It is just a pleasure to work with those guys. And you want to talk about gratitude?
Oh, I know.
Those kids on the surface you would think have the least to be grateful for, and they're grateful for everything.
Absolutely.
And it is just such an honor to coach them. It's so much fun, and I get so much more out of it. So I don't think I deserve any credit at all for coaching them.
Well, but the thing is, that's what we're trying to overcome. Because I know that those boys look up to you, and they look forward to seeing you. And even though you're saying you get more out of it than they do, I think you're selling yourself short. And I think you should just say thank you. Don't make an excuse for it. Just accept the greatness that comes with it and be blessed that you're able to do that. So,
okay, let's go with another one.
Okay.
Serving on the Life Path board.
Yes.
I want to thank you because I'm very honored that you would even think of me to serve on that board. And so I'm very grateful to you for thinking of me to do that. And I want to say this, too. We've talked about this, LoLo, that I think a lot of people don't understand this until they start doing it, that the more you do for other people, the more you serve, the more you get out of it. And that's a concept that I know is hard for people to understand until they start doing it. So I appreciate you finding ways for me to serve others.
Well, I think in today's society, with all of the shootings and the things that we have a lot of mental illness that we need to address. And a lot of people want to throw it under the rug. They don't want to face it and know that that's out there. They want to blame it on something else or just put blinders on. And I commend anybody that will step up and say, no, it's out there and we need to make a difference. And I absolutely feel that. I feel that way about Tanya Green and Justin Foltz, too, who are also on that board, because I think we can help a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole mental health thing, I think people... They're ashamed at times, and they don't need to be. Mm-hmm. They absolutely don't need to be. And I think the more they realize they're not alone.
Right.
I think that's a big thing. And I'm acting like I'm an expert on that. But I think anyone going through something, if they stop and think, I'm not the first one, and I'm not going to be the last one to go through these issues, no matter what the issues are, whether they're mental health or financial or whatever they are. Mm-hmm. When you realize you're not alone, I joke around about this, and I say when you stop being cocky and thinking you're the only person this impacts, and you're the only person that in the whole world that's ever had to deal with this. And to me, that's kind of a cocky attitude, because there isn't a problem on the face of the earth that you're going through that other people haven't gone through.
Yeah, no one has the corner on a problem. Yeah. It's been shared, yes. Well, and I think the other thing, people don't realize that mental health illness is postpartum depression. It's anxiety. It's a panic attack. I mean, there are so many things that we all suffer from that really fall under this. And, we medicate so many people, which I'm not saying is right or wrong. I have no opinion on this, but we're doing that to help them have a balance in their brain. And, gratitude can help so much by just saying, hey, you know what? I've got all this going on for me, so let's just appreciate what we've got and let's help others who need it. I
really like the way you just put that, because that's exactly what I was just going to say, is that I feel very fortunate that I've not had to deal with any of those issues. And I know that I'm, for lack of a better word, very lucky, very fortunate that has not impacted me personally.
Yeah.
So I almost feel an obligation to help others that are going through that, because I'm fortunate enough not to have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of it. Okay, let's address another one of your compliments. Helping other people,
whether it's through this podcast or just in life. Once again, I keep going back to, I tend to help other people, and that on the surface can look like, oh, what a nice guy. But I'm not doing anything that I don't enjoy doing. And so I almost feel like I understand I'm thankful for that.
Right.
But I don't think I need to be thanked, because it's good and it shows that you have a good heart, but I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. And so if it's something I want to do, I don't think I need to be thanked for it.
Yeah, but I think that if someone appreciates what you're doing for them and they want to say thank you, you should just say, okay, and move on. That's just my thought. I know my clients squirm as much as you're squirming right now, because we're not taught a lot of times to love ourselves and to accept that compliment. But you don't ever have to come back and say, oh, you like my outfit? Well, I bought it on sale. Or, your hair looks good today. Yeah, but I need a haircut. You don't have to say that. Just be silent. And just honestly stop and think. Someone took the time out of their day to say something nice to you. And I always told Lexi growing up, it takes more effort to make up something to say about you that's a compliment than to have it naturally come out.
Yes.
So if someone's naturally telling you that compliment, they're sincere. They really are. And you should really take that and boost yourself with
Well,
that.
and when you give a compliment and you get the response like you were talking about, it's not frustrating, but I do compliment people. I'll point out the good in people. Mm-hmm. And I may want to edit this out after we're finished, but there's a lady that we both know that I don't know her children. They're adult children. But, they seem to be very impressed with children. And that doesn't happen by itself.
Right.
And so when I gave that lady the compliment, then you must have been a very good mother to those kids. Mm-hmm. What I get back is, oh, I'm very fortunate to have good kids.
Yeah, but I do know who you're talking about, and she is a very modest person, but She's a lot like you too. She's a giver, and she just thinks she's doing what comes naturally.
Yes.
And people who are grateful are happy people who give back that don't even think about it. They just think that's how you're supposed to be in life.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You just hit, and that's why I don't think that I should be thanked for any of the things you thank me for, because that's what you do.
Well, it is, but also we all need to recognize that we are certain types of people. And if we are good people and we live our life in a faith-based, in a good way, and someone wants to recognize that, we should kind of just, put a little gold star on our chart for the day and say, it's been a good day.
Yeah.
I've touched somebody's life, or somebody's cared enough to say something to me.
So I guess what I'm telling you is that I'm very good at giving that advice, but you just proved no one's ever done what you just did to me. And so I'm very awful at taking my own advice, because I say, just take the compliment. Just
take it.
Just take the compliment. And so I'm good at giving it, but I wish this was a video, because you could see how uncomfortable I was.
You were squirming like a worm on a hot sidewalk. It was hilarious. But I think the other thing is, we did a podcast one time, and I did thank you in that podcast and said, you've done so much for me to facilitate this podcast. And you go, oh, I think you're giving me way too much credit. Well, no, I'm not, because I wouldn't be sitting here without your knowledge, without your studio, and without you being kind to say, you've got an important message, let's get it out there.
And that is very important. See, that's the thing. It's important to me for you to get your message out there, because it's such a good message. It's a message that I think everyone needs to listen to.
I appreciate that. But I think you also live a very grateful life. And when you live a grateful life, you squirm because it's natural for you.
I will let you say that. I am very grateful.
Yeah, you are.
And I can find, and I think I wish other people could do this. I can find optimism just about everywhere.
You live a healthier, more fulfilled life when you're grateful. And you are an extremely grateful person. And I've said that. And you talk about that you have had a lot of gratitude in your life. And you do have an outlook on life that is very positive. People who don't want to be grateful, or they only want to find the negative, are people that can be helped by just saying thank you and accepting the compliment and hearing it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how easy that is. It I hate to say ungratefulness is a sickness, but if you equate it to a sickness, it's very easily remedied. Just say thank you. Just appreciate what you have. That's the message that you give.
Yep. Just say thank you.
How can people find you?
We have a Facebook page, Grateful Gratitude, a blog at gratefulgratitude.net, our podcast, of course, and we have a YouTube channel coming soon.
And if you're listening to this, obviously you found us. You have found Grateful Gratitude with LoLo. Share this with someone. Share it with multiple people. Once again, I do, and this is where I will accept a compliment. I do feel like I'm incredibly grateful, but I get a whole lot out of talking to you.
Thank you.
If you're listening, it doesn't matter. If you think you know someone who's grateful, they're going to enjoy this also. If you think someone who needs some gratefulness in their life, absolutely share this with them.